Astrology is a belief system that has been around for thousands of years and continue to be a popular in many parts of the world, including India. While many people believe in astrology and find comfort in the predictions made by astrologers, there is a growing body of evidence that suggests astrology is not a scientifically valid method for making predictions about people's lives. In this article, we will explore how astrology is used to fool millions of people in India and why astrology should be approached with cautions. The lack of scientific evidence for astrology. One of the main reasons why astrology should be approached with cautions is the lack of scientific evidence to support its claims. Despite being used for thousands of years, astrology has not been proven to be a reliable method for prediction people's lives or future events. In fact, many scientific studies have shown that astrology is not a valid method for making predictions and that its claims are based on superstitions rather than evidence. The problem with astrology is predictive power. One of the key problems with astrology is that it is based on the assumptions that the positions of the stars and the planets at the time of a person's birth have a direct impact on their life. The idea is not supported by scientific evidence, and it is also not clear how the positions of celestial bodies could have any impact on a person's life. Furthermore, astrologers often make predictions based on generalizations and broad brush stereotype rather than any real understanding of a person's individual circumstances. This makes astrology an unreliable method for making predictions. The power of confirmation bias. Another reason why astrology is able to fool millions of people is the power of confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is a psychological phenomenon that occurs when people selectively seek out and interpret information that supports their beliefs while ignoring or dismissing information that contradicts their beliefs. In the case of astrology, people who believes in these predictions may be more likely to remember when the predictions are correct and to go forget or ignore when the predictions are wrong. This can give the false impressions that astrology is a reliable method for making predictions, even when there is no evidence to support this claim. The influence of culture and tradition. Astrology also has a strong culture and historical traditions in India, and many people believes in astrology because it is a part of their culture and heritage. This culture influence can make it difficult for people to question or reject astrology even when they are presented with evidence that suggests it is not a scientifically valid method for making predictions. Conclusion. In conclusion, astrology is a belief system that is used to fool millions of people in India and around the world. Despite its popularity, astrology is not a scientifically valid method for making predictions and it should be approached with cautions. The lack of scientific evidence for astrology, the problem with its predictive power, the influence of confirmation bias, and the influence of culture and traditions all contribute to its continued popularity, despite the fact that it is not a reliable method for predicting people's lives or future events. If you are considering using astrology to make decisions about your life, it is important to be aware of these issues and to be approach astrology with a critical eye.